Welcome to the Field of 68 After Dark's YouTube channel. We are going to be live every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time right here on YouTube and on Stadium for the entirety of the spring. Michigan State, Tom Izzo, went out in the transfer portal and he landed a commitment today, Jeff. Tom, way to get it done. Frankie Fidler, transfer from Omaha. We had him on the show when we did Summit League Media Day. Averaged 20 points, 6 boards, shot 45% from the floor, 35% from three, a 6'7" wing, a really talented scorer. What do you make of this addition, and how proud are you of Tom Izzo to go for going out into the portal and actually adding a piece this season?
I mean, he finally found the code to get in the portal. Like, I feel like he had lost it for a full year. Like, he had no idea. Somehow he found it. Like, he was looking through his desk drawer and he was like, oh shit, like, here's the portal code. All right, let me get in here. Frankie Fidler, the Fiddler. And listen, I'm proud of you, Tom. I'm proud of you. You're adapting, because if you don't, you're not going to be relevant again at the highest level. Like, of course, Michigan State's going to be good, but can they compete for a national title or a Final Four appearance again? The only way Tom Izzo is going to be able to do that is to hit the portal and hit it hard. And, you know, Frankie Fidler's a nice player, Rob. I'm not sure. Now, again, the one thing I'll say is, you look down the list of the portal guys and you say to yourself, like, how many guys are program changers? And again, I'll go back to it. If they were program changers, they wouldn't be coming back to school for the most part. There's some exceptions that, again, like Hunter Dickinson, he's a program changer, but he can't get paid in the NBA, right? So he's going to come back to school for another year, most likely, I think, to Kansas. But a lot of these guys, they're not program, like AJ Storr. Like, he's a really good player. He had a really good year at Wisconsin. But, like, he's not a game changer for Kansas. He's a really good player for Kansas. So I think that's where you look at it.
You say the argument.
The difference from Frankie Fidler to AJ Storr, the gap isn't humongous. So I think the key is going to be, again, like, can Frankie Fidler have a major impact and fit in with what else is coming back for Tom Izzo and East Lansing?
Well, I mean, look, I think that Michigan State's in a better spot than a lot of people are going to probably give them credit for. I do think that they have a couple of quality freshmen that are going to become sophomores. I think that the one thing Izzo has done is find a way to be able to keep guys coming back. And there is a little bit of a culture there. That's maybe it's not necessarily the culture that you want, but to me, the key to their season, like, is Jeremy Fears living up to the hype that he had coming in as a point guard as a freshman, right? You got Trayvon Holloman coming back. AJ Hoggard is Tom Izzo has already said that AJ Hoggard is not going to be coming back to Michigan State. So for me, it's the development of that sophomore class, and specifically Jeremy Fears. You need him to kind of live up to some of the hype that he had as a freshman coming in, because there weren't a lot of point guards that were that people were as excited about as him as a freshman. Is that crazy to say coming in?
No, I mean, he's going to be really good. Again, like, you just, and the one thing is, obviously, getting rid of, like, Matty Sissoko. Like, you can't play like Cohen Carr and Matty Sissoko at the same time. Like, you can't have too many non-shooters on the court. And I think that's a key for Tom Izzo right now, is obviously you have to adapt to the way the game has changed too. Shoot more threes, have fewer guys. I know he loves the toughness of Sissoko and Cohen Carr and those guys, but again, you can't accumulate too many of them, or else the spacing and the fact that you're not making enough threes to be able to win games.
I hear what you're saying. There's ways to get creative with it. UConn just won a second national title with Steph Castle and Donovan Clingan playing together. Now, when your two non-shooters are lottery picks, that's a different story. Right. But they also won last season with Adama Sanogo and Andre Jackson on the floor together. So it's not like you can't.
Matty Sissoko is not Donovan Clingan.
He was for 1 week at the start of the
He was.
2022-23
He was.
season. He was.
For
He had
sure.
1 week where he looked like he was gonna be an All-American, and then he came back to it. But shout out to Mady Sissoko. He's a great story, and, he's one of those guys that sends a lot of his NIL money, back home. So I am always rooting for Mady Sissoko. Just,
Yep.
sometimes you gotta get these jokes off. Listen, thanks for watching the Field of 68 After Dark. Make sure to hit that like button.